Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I am going to be talking about an ally that you can use, that you have at your disposal, that can help you with gaining confidence, be more at peace, and to quite simply be a better human being at the end. And that happens to be awareness. At first I wanted to talk about attention, but then there were quite a few pitfalls that I had to cover. So that's why I decided to turn my attention towards awareness. So in the previous videos, I was talking about culprits to our happiness and what prevents us from, what are things that prevent us from being happy and feeling fulfilled in our lives and feeling at ease, having peace. And now I want to turn this around and I want to show you or talk about things that you can do about it. So things that you can do in your regular everyday life so you can start practicing something so you can become more at ease and be more at peace. Basically, now I want to talk about how one should see and understand what awareness is. Most of the time, when we look up definitions, it's pretty clear cut. Other times, we do have a hard time figuring out what some words mean, and that's when we struggle to understand them, obviously. In this case, it was a little bit difficult for me to find a decent definition on what awareness is. So I kind of created my own, which is that awareness is attention used wisely. And I'm not trying to say that you have to be attentive and you have to be wise about it. There's going to be quite a few videos I'm going to talk about the need to control things and how that creates a big mess in our psyche and in our world. So I obviously will be covering that in future videos. So as for now, the other definitions that I found, they were pretty, they're too simplistic. They weren't really covering uh, what I felt was important. And if you do want to know a little bit more details, technical stuff, I would suggest you look at my article and try to see what I was talking about. As I said, I had a hard time finding definitions. So when I have a hard time finding a proper definition in order for me to understand things, I usually turn to synonyms and antonyms, which are helpful. Even that can be a little bit, it does leave a gap. But in this case, I feel that there is some stuff that they covered that was important. So with the synonyms for awareness, they had perception, consciousness, attention, discernment, and a few others. And I feel that if you would combine all these things together, you would get a good understanding of what it means to be aware. Now, what are the benefits of being aware and trying to pay attention to things that matter? I'm going to say that in in like everything that we do, we would rather, or we're better at doing something if we pay attention, if we focus on it. In the same way that when you drive a car, you do not want a distracted driver that looks at their cell phone or talks to the passenger, looks at the passenger while talking, looks at every single thing that he drives by, because that's obviously something very dangerous. A good driver has his focus on the task at hand. So that in order for me, I find a good driver is able to keep their awareness where it should be and is usually in front of the road, but sometimes there's other stuff that we need to scan for. such as cars maybe driving fast that are coming from the side, people that are speeding behind you and weaving in and out of traffic. So a good driver is able to notice these things. Now, some of you might be saying, well, that's fine and dandy, but I want to talk about how I'm going to be able to benefit from general life now that I don't care about driving. That's very valid. And I would say that being aware not only helps you be a better driver, but it can help you gain insight into how you think. You can look into your own sets of beliefs and try to see if there is certain things that are not really aligned with what you feel is the ultimate reality. And at the end, if we want to, we can adjust these things and then we can start putting stuff together that will make us feel whole. Another way that awareness can help us is because of how we will be able to improve our skill at certain tasks. And for me, through experience that is, I feel that being able to improve on a skill helps one's confidence and it helps you be happy because you feel that you have value, you're able to do something that not everyone can do maybe. That's why you see all these athletes that are usually very confident to the point of being vain. So I would say that probably that's not a good idea, not to take it too far. But at the same time, there's no denying that most superstars in whatever sport they're playing, they have very healthy or very high levels of confidence. And at the end, that is because they attain very high skill in whatever they do. And they know that they're very different from amateurs or people that would like to beat them. So that's why that they are more confident because they have improved to the point where they can say that not many people are at their level and they're right.